Welcome to my Fall 2013 Cottage Garden Tour. My name is Marie Brown and I live in Zone 6. You're looking at purple aster, variety called Believer. It's a hybrid. Those are warty gourds in front there and a big pumpkin in the background. And that's red balsam right behind the asters, the red that you see. That's my pumpkin in my antique wheelbarrow there. My late father grew those birdhouse gourds that you can see there in the background. He gave me about 20 or 30 of them. That's chrysanthemums around the scarecrow. My window boxes have caladiums and sweet potatoes, both blackie and marguerite, and impatiens in them. And you can see my door decorations there for fall. My apple trees are just about gone for the year. There's some falling there. And my little rabbits. That's my sedum autumn joy. That's my raspberries that bear twice a year. I have a yard full of the variegated laripe, the monkey grass. You can see my sister's yard next door. She has logelia, dahlias, cannas. That's variegated periwinkle around the footbridge and dwarf mondo grass there around the rocks. I have a stone path that leads up to my dry stream bed, and I put a little wooden bridge across my dry stream bed there. And it's more monkey grass with 4 o'clocks there on the left. That's the yellow flowers blooming. That's a gate my husband made. You can see my caladiums and my window boxes there on the right. And the trees are crepe myrtle and Japanese maple. There's a few blossoms still in the crepe myrtles, but mostly they're gone. That's my swing and whiskey barrels with caladiums. The Boston ivy, the bees just cover it up and they make a loud humming noise because there's so many on them at one time. This is the other side of my house facing the lake with the window boxes on that side. That's silver lace vine, and that's goat's beard. It's the seed heads. It blooms early in the year. Pretty good view of the window boxes. That's the walk going down to the lake, and we keep that closed off to keep the dogs out. Variegated ivy on the fence, or the silver lace vine. That's Stella wanting to go with me down to the lake. We don't let them go down there much because the fishermen throw out dead fish, and a lot of times they'll have tackle still attached, and it's not safe for the dogs. And I will go get her later and take her with me. That's some gate art. I think that's butterflies with the variegated ivy growing through it. That's my chartreuse hosta and my vine, moss-covered garden swing, and more of the silver lace vine going out to the house. That's the fence facing the lake. Our property is completely enclosed by fence, and most of it has vines on it to soften it some. That's a view from up at the top of the yard all the way down to the lake. That's near the pumpkins at the top of the yard. And I have hydrangeas down near the fence. That's a shot of my tall grass. That's the zebra grass, and that's my smoke bush behind it. And I have a peach tree right there. They're both the smoke bush and the peach tree are kind of dark maroon leaves, and it looks real good with the zebra grass. And I have lilies growing around it in the summertime that really sets it off well also. I still have some phlox blooming right there, and the purple coneflower is going to seed. That's the seed heads you see. I think they're pretty, and I leave them for the birds to eat. I cut them down until I have to. That flower is pink pentas, Pentas, and it's a shrub in Zone 8, I think, but in Zone 6 you use it as a name. That's a view of my silver lace vine and wild asters. I got those asters in from my grandmother's home up in the mountains, and I just sowed some seed off of hers growing wild there in the mountains, and those things do great. I've had them for years now, and they come back every year. And that's another yellow wildflower there. I don't know the name of it. I have a blue canoe. It's periwinkle, and I have marigolds, geraniums, pentas, sedum. That's another one of my bird houses my dad made for me. That's the maiden grass. I have grass all along the lake, and then I plant perennials in around it. That's a view of the lake there from where I was taking the pictures of the grass and the asters and that kind of thing. There's a picture of the crepe myrtle seed heads. There's my little hummingbird. He's still hanging around in September. And he had been fighting with the other hummingbirds. And I only got a picture of him, but there were about 3 of them there fighting. The bumblebee's my favorite bee. They're not very aggressive. You can just walk right up and work around them. And I just think they're a beautiful bee anyway. So I really like having bumblebees around. There's my squirrels. We have squirrels everywhere around here, and we feed them, so that makes them come even more. That's crabapple tree berries. That's a weeping crabapple. I retired this year, and I've been doing cuttings. I took some cuttings from where my mom and dad lived of the butterfly bush and started it, and it's already blooming for me. It's my bell box with the morning glories. Halloween decorations, fall decoration. That's a moon vine. It's huge. That's the farm next door to me, and it has cows, and there's the deer that it has wild turkey, all kinds of birds. It's a great thing to live next to. There's my bumblebees visiting the morning glories. They cover those morning glories up early in the morning. Thank you for watching this video. I had already recorded it and uploaded it, but Lark had asked me if I would do one and talk in it. I'm not real fond of talking on video, but it hadn't been that bad. So this is for Lark. That's the birds gathering to go south. It's a big lot of them. It's more of our squirrels. They're big pets. And this next is sunset at Dove Cottage. That's what I call my place, Dove Cottage. Thank you again for watching.